Welcome back to the National Hockey Centre here in Glasgow as we move from relegation promotion matches to the grand finals themselves, and European hockey is the order of business this afternoon. At 4 o'clock we have Grange against Grove Mingus Hill in the men's grand final. Both those sides in Europe, top throttle decided there, but we focus now on the women's grand final. Edinburgh University, perhaps a big surprise not to be in this final. They were put out in the semis, but they are in Europe, so one spot remains. Clydesdale Western know all too well about being in Europe. Western Wildcats looking for that honour for the very first time, and they've been talking boldly about trying to reach that top table of European hockey and being in with some big club sides around Europe. Fascinating game. Lucy Lanigan, Sonians player, Scotland international, former Clydesdale Western player, is alongside myself, Cal Patterson, in commentary. A side with plenty of experience reaching Europe against a side never been there. What do you expect from this one, Lucy?
Well, obviously it's a final, it's a must-win for either of the teams since junior straight through to Europe, so it's a final, so anything can happen. I would side with Clydesdale Western. They've got a bit more experience in their team, but Wildcats are... They'll put everything out for this, and they'll do anything they can to get into Europe. They've been kind of campaigning for the Cats to Europe for a few years now, so we'll see if they can actually do it.
Plethora of quality on both sides. A couple of players you pick out from both teams.
Karina Cuthbert now, sorry. Becky Ward for Wildcats, probably actually two of their strongest players. Clydesdale, Jess Buchanan goals, great youngster, great goalkeeper, and has been playing really well. Millie Brown up front, Scotland internationalist Jenny Eady, but Clydesdale have got quite a lot of handful of internationalists, so yeah, I would see that they were the favourites, but again, anything can happen.
Absolutely. The Wildcats already have produced a bit of a shock in the semi-final phase of the playoffs. Mackenzie Bell's goal defeated Edinburgh University. That Salter goal was enough. Seen the side that finished top and champions, and the side in Wildcats finishing fourth. Clydesdale Western 5-3 winners over Dundee Wanderers and found their firepower in that semi-final playoff. Western in their traditional orange with the push pad to get us going here, and off we go then. Heatherline gets the game underway. Contest for, as we say, just the one spot for Europe here, because Edinburgh University in the women's side, they get into Europe with their top spot, so that is fine, but it's about this one place between these two. Wildcats with surprise scoring in the semis. Can they produce another surprise here, despite plenty of talk about the prospect of getting into Europe? It still is a tough task for a side that haven't had that experience of getting there. Conversation, talking points, get in touch, hashtag grand finals. Pose one or two questions if you'd like as well.
Yeah, it's a good ball there from Kaz Cuthbert. She likes to play long balls, so she's looking for her forwards to go on the end of that, the counter of that. Clydesdale need to stop her on the ball at the top of the D, distributing.
Yeah, first appearance here, and Kaz Cuthbert saying it's a real historic moment. Talking earlier in the week about being in this grand final stage. Cross here. Bell, good play. Switching a turn from Stevens. Defensively, with Fran Lonergan. First mini threat coming from the Wildcats. Almost a pinch, in fact. Almost a pinch. Logan couldn't quite pick up on the other side. Bit of early press there. Western were in this final last year. At the Were very defensive against Edinburgh University, the champions of that season as well, but they managed to go back through Alexis Sabatelli, but lost out in a shootout. Be a good start for the Wildcats here. Cannon looking for a teammate. There's her free hit, her side's free hit. Quickly through here for Stevens. Plenty orange bodies back. And good control there from Fran Lonergan. Western, in fact, have had pretty much a lot of recent history in these grand finals.
Kate Holmes is down. Don't know where that caught her, but she's a bit of pain. Up now.
Towards Steiger. Remember both of us being here, Lucy, back in 2016 when the Youth Euro Hockey tournament was here and Steiger was impressing for Scotland.
Yeah. Melly Steiger's coming on, to a great game. She's coming away to Holland with the Scotland senior women on Sunday. Played really well last week in the series against the GBEDP team, and she's coming on to a really good game. Fast, fit midfielder. See, there's Kaz winding up, and then she'll just play that long ball. So yeah, Millie, I think Derek's telling Millie to get it in her face, to stop that. Nothing's come of it, but I can't have that ball going through.
Yeah, Derek Forsyth continuing as coach for this western side down there. Sabatelli. McGregor in company if required. Decided to try and go longer towards the circle.
Seems to be pretty even so far.
Yeah, Clydesdale Western came into after a fast start from the Wildcats. Perhaps a touch to find space. Gregor in a tussle there with Cuthbert. Western were looking at this as their big chance, with mentioned the shootout defeat last year, but the year before that they lost heavily 5-1 against Edinburgh University in the 2017 grand final. They in fact opened the scoring that day. Pub question, who scored the opening goal that day for Western?
Are you going to ask the fans at home that, or you're going to ask me
I'm
that?
asking you that, Lucy.
Oh, you're testing my memory now. I think it was me, was it?
Yeah, it was. Glad you remembered that.
Too many goals, Callum.
Edie driving in, support was around, and first penalty corner will go to the side in orange.
That's what they're looking for. They've got good penalty corner members in their team. Jenny Eadie's a jack flick off the top, Fran Lonergan can hit off the top, and they've got Millie Brown going in for deflections. Heather Lang can score goals in for deflections. I don't think Heather Lang's on just now, but I reckon it will be Jenny there's lining up, so I'm surprised if they wouldn't use her as an option.
It's chance then. Early on in this final.
Yep.
Fran Lonergan with the strike. Still in play, just a little loose that pass. Rachel Bain can try and get this away and has support. Wildcats trying to prod it forward as best they can. They do have the free hit as Logan was trying to come back and just defend it. Quickly taking the free hit from Holmes.
Yeah, it's a
Off
corner.
the leg.
Yep.
Yeah, took a moment, but off the foot there. Stewart was trying to deliver it in, and very quickly a penalty corner up the other side.
Karina Cuthbert doesn't seem on just now, so the Cats are going to have to think of what option they're going to use without the player coach.
Now look at the other end, just what was that penalty corner just a moment ago up the other side. Nine minutes played. Saves, a couple of saves, a bounce of a leg perhaps, but they carry on. Booth trying to get it across. Again, another one which is sticks in the way, bullies in the way to stop that. We start from Holmes. Harkness away with it from Booth. Booth's turn. One or two making a run either side, but it's too central, that one.
Umpire seems to be being a bit pedantic about where it's exactly taking, which slows the game down a bit, but I suppose if it's too far in front, it's not fair.
Rebecca Ward.
Julie Lonergan on the ball, sister Fran Lonergan also at full back right now. Good distribution skills from the both of them.
Cursed that one. There's a very quick turnover.
Good ball, really good ball from Kaz.
Yep, Cuthbert through the middle. Hot knife through butter one, plenty of space, not quite kept by Bain, but they do have it back to the Wildcats. Harkness takes control for a moment. It's scrappy in the middle of the park. Ross trying to pick out Cannon.
Yeah, Kirsten Cannon played really well in the Schools Cup final about a month ago for Glasgow Academy, 6-year pupil. Yeah, she's definitely one for the future.
Skipped through anywhere that, but not quite from.
McGregor, Millie Brown are very, very fast players, so once they get going, it's hard to stop.
And here's Savatelli again, was in a bit of space, need to try and keep it under control though. Gregor dispossessed by Booth. Back it comes, Steiger, tenacious. Play on as Smith tries to come forward, runs into white jerseys.
Yeah, it's definitely a foul. It's outrageous tackle.
Clifford having to deal with some shadows, including McGregor. That's making it difficult. Holmes with time. Kenzie Bell. Didn't quite get that connection that she wanted. Now look at perhaps a break. Here's Lang. Goes wide with Millie Brown.
Yeah, Millie Brown for pace, burned the whole team.
Savatelli getting into the centre. Brown trying to get past Cuthbert. Turnover there, so Smith couldn't quite get the ball in as she wanted. Just under 18 minutes left in this first half. Became very, very even between these two sides. Spun away. Stewart could prod it forward, could prod it wide. On. And it goes, but not the touch in the middle there for Aitken. But just wriggled through and somehow nearly paid off.
Yeah, it was good ball through, and I don't know if that was the crowd support cheering or the Wildcats players on the sideline supporting, but that's not a goal. The last I checked, that wasn't a goal, I don't think.
No. Here's Savatelli up the other end. Good pass there from Brown. All the way across it comes at the other end, and Lang was waiting and sliding in, but not quite getting the connection.
A dive would have been good there.
Very open. Oh, and it's good play from Cox, support there, and in it goes. Kyle's around, and that is fantastic for the side supporting the Wildcats, the underdogs in front.
Yeah, well taken by Heather Aiken. Jess will be disappointed with that. Yep, Wildcats 1-0 up. Yeah, Jess will be disappointed with that, but she'll get the next one.
Just roll back in, and well, they started with a bit of pace and had a good 3 or 4 minutes. Then Western came back, and it's been, let's say, fairly even. Not too many chances, but that little moment. That's the last couple of minutes though was a bit harum-scarum with moments at either end. Space is found. But it is the Wildcats in the lead here, looking for European hockey for the first time. Still a lot of time to go though, as Cuthbert trying to battle forward.
Battle, yeah, it's one word to describe Kaz. No, she is very strong on the ball. She'll come right through you. Just in training, it's nice to have that to defend against, you know, to give you that pressure that you need.
Forward again with urgency. Wildcats get it in the right spot though to restart. Holds under a bit of pressure, found supporting Bell. So if managed to find its way towards the circle, just keeping it alive there, Ward. Cuthbert across. Kyle down that channel with further help.
Good skills from Kate Holmes, putting it in Erin Stevens.
The Stevens in the turn. Good save though. And Sabatelli comes away to try and help it on its way to clear to safety.
Yeah, that was really nice play by Wildcats actually. Good turn from Erin Stevens in the D. Good save again from Jess though.
Western haven't had the same goals in the second half of the season, but they did find a scoring in that semi-final game against Dundee, so they're looking to try and get one swiftly before half-time as they look on the chase, but not just now they will.
That's a good ball as well from Izzy.
Stolen there by Holmes. Only could find Jenny though in orange and white. Julie Lonergan. It's taken superbly well.
Yeah, good pick up.
Hartness. Free hit. Steiger running out of road. Not quite finding that final pass at the moment here. Maybe it's just chasing things a little, Western. Or trying to escape the attentions of Edie.
Wardy the Wall is what the commentators at the Commie Games are calling Vicky Ward, so she's quite hard to get around.
Sabatelli on a solo run through here, Millie Brown. And it's a penalty corner given off the foot. For once a ball did slice through that defence and the infringement. Feels like an age now, those Commonwealth Games which you were very much part of.
Yeah, a year ago. Around this time actually, yeah.
Yeah, just before the grand finals and the cup final last year.
Scary how quick a year goes.
Bit warmer there as well, I'm sure. So Western looking for the equaliser. That is a missed trap from Brown. ED trying to help its way back in. Brown twisting, turning, bobbled up, and end of move. Well, they tried to recover it after the missed trap, but couldn't really quite do it.
Clydesdale seem to be sitting off here in their press, and they're letting Kaz distribute. I don't know if they're changing tactics in the second half to just be like 4.5 yards up and in her face, not letting her pass the ball, because she's finding the gaps through.
Good play forward, Hartness looking for the run of Brown. Cuthbert had it under control. Bell up against Jaleel O'Nagan.
Mackenzie Bell given a warning. Maka. She's in the GB EDP squad. Coming into Scotland squad as well. She's doing well.
Umpires Sarah Cooper and Caroline Elise. Cuthbert, Logan trying to win it back, and Western have won it back. ED found Sabatelli. Shields, Burnham Shields now on. Steiger winning back. A little bit tight in that little spot, that little gaggle of players. ED. Time for Logan. Picked back up by Shields. Couldn't find Sabatelli in the middle. Kept in there by Stevens. Turn from Bell. Up against O'Nagan. Used the term brick wall once or twice with defenders. I think there's a few players in there that are very strong defensively for both sides. And O'Nagan, one of those. Both of them, really. Sabatelli. Sport wide.
Clydesdale aren't really linking together, and they're doing good everywhere else, but in the last third they're just not managing to get that pass, get that shot, losing position a bit easily. I don't know if it's Kaz's influence and not letting anything through, but they're not getting what they want. Clydesdale up there.
Another pass that could have been a big danger that has been turned over, though. As the ball bobbled up off the foot there of Shields. Now they're getting closer.
Derek doesn't seem too happy at the umpire's decisions.
Cuthbert trying to wheel it in. Support on the edge.
Yeah, it's a foul.
Yeah, bounced up and Western looking to break.
That's a great ball.
Play on there.
Yeah, surprised at that.
Looked like it came off the foot. Part of the 2 number 5s, Emily Cross and Naomi Hartness. Under 5 minutes left in this first half. Wildcats with the lead. They had 1 or 2 chances. Pilton had 1 great chance straight after they scored, but Western haven't threatened too heavily at the other end, and they were the favourites going into this. But Wildcats did take the scalp of Emory University in the semi-finals. In fact, they've had the treble over Emory University, won both times against league toppers in the regular campaign too.
Here you
McGregor.
go. Yeah.
Oh, just coming in there to stop things was Cuthbert. As the space was opening up, it was very quickly and firmly shut.
Don't know what to say about that. Yeah, you can see Kaz winding up. I'm not sure why the Clydesdale players aren't stepping up and just nicking the ball off her.
Mike O'Toole is the Wildcats captain. Of course, they're trying to work it forward. Very whistle friendly and happy, these umpires, making sure everything is in the right place. Every free hit. He can try to thread it through again, that little gap.
I mean, it's a bit annoying that the umpire's pulling the ball back there. Jenny just wants to go. I think she's quite annoyed by hitting the ball back like that. Anyway, face of the game, so last 2 minutes.
Given straight back here to the Wildcats. Bell into the circle.
Yeah, it's a corner.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a miss swipe in the middle of all that, and the penalty corner signalled.
First half to go. Another penalty corner for Wildcats. An increase the lead for Wildcats fans. Make some noise.
Good save from Jess, but just coming off the leg foot of Millie Steiger, unfortunately.
Just under 90 seconds left here in this first half. Wildcats with 1 goal. Stewart with the first effort. And they've got it cleared, looking to perhaps break. On the fulsome speed there was O'Toole. Back it'll come here, Wildcats pressure. Aitken. Back to the 23 from the long corner. Cross. All bubbled up. It will be the final attacking play of the first period. So then, as the hooter sounds, the Western Wildcats, who took scalps in the semi-final of Edinburgh University, they are in front here against Clydesdale Western, and in the balance of play, probably marginally deserved. They created the couple of good chances, scored one of them, and interesting 10 minutes ahead, Lucy.
Yeah, Wildcats have definitely had the better half. They've created opportunities. Goal scoring opportunities they've created. They've taken their chances. Jess has had numerous saves. They've got a goal, and I think Derek Forsyth will be speaking to Clydesdale to pick up their game in the second half. Yeah, so it'll be an interesting second half to come.
So then, Ezekiel Salter goal here means at half time it's Clydesdale Western 0, Western Wildcats 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're saying how we like to be on a huge round of applause for our ball patrol here today. Ladies and gentlemen, folks are keeping the game flowing for us, keep it moving. Ladies and boys, girls, it's time to welcome teams back to the pitch. Let's hear it for Clydesdale and the Wildcats.
Okay then, welcome back for the second period as Clydesdale Western 0, Western Wildcats 1. The score, Wildcats perhaps surprised to take the lead, but surprising already that they're already firing out the blocks to try and get themselves a second, and been a very interesting dynamic of both team talks in this 10-minute interval we've had. What do you think what been said in both camps, Lucy?
I think from Wildcats' perspective, I think Caz will be really happy with their first half performance. I think they played well, they kept the ball, they created opportunities, and I think she'll be saying second half we just do the exact same. We don't change your game plan. I think Derek will have had stern words with the Clydesdale girls. To pick up the turnover rate's too high when you're in that final third. We need to make something of it.
You've history of obviously been with Western House there, and those words on the Richter scale 1 to 10. Probably at that half-time team talk.
10 max. I would go higher, but 10.
For Western, though, this is the chance we've been looking for after a difficult couple of years when they've had to play against Emory University, haven't quite found the moment, and now they're under pressure again here for Stevens coming forward for the Wildcats. Trying to haul through for Aitken. Quite similar pattern to the first few minutes in the first half, which the Western Wildcats started a lot of pace forward. Holmes, through the middle. There's two players coming forward. Kirsten Cannon the furthest forward, but the ball just ran away in that race.
Don't think Kirsten Cannon was expecting that to come through.
Conversations are plenty, I'm sure, mean, at home, if you're watching our coverage, I'm sure plenty in the stands, right? This intriguing game. Hashtag Grand Finals is the one to use if you'll be part of the chat, part of our coverage. McGregor here for Western. McGregor solo effort and comes off the stick there of Holmes. So we'll be back to the 23. Smith for Logan. Logan a bit bemused by the turnover.
It's a great ball.
Not quite a whistle by. Stevens not quite getting there to stop it. Finlay.
Yeah.
Stick coming in from Smith. Finlay carries on.
Here we go, on the counter now. McGregor v4 Wildcats players.
Brown was looking for some help from the umpire. Logan for Edie. Logan there to provide help if wanted. Edie wriggling out, and then came into war. White, Jersey trouble. Game fell into a somewhat pattern as the first half now. Well, Edie tried to help in its way, but now taken by Millie Brown. Trying to keep things going at a pace in this move. Jen Edie for Logan. Versing her way around to find the space, balling up off an arm, did it? Play on here for Brown, and then the umpire's arm goes out.
Again, they're setting off Kaz. Millie's dropped back deep into Mark Wardy, so it's basically they're playing with two up front and letting Kaz distribute.
Stewart. Booth. Holmes. Good build-up play this. Rattles up off leg there of Julie Lonergan, and that's going to be a penalty corner to the Wildcats. But good phase of play there from them. 3-4 good passes and build up to the move.
Wildcats fans, make some noise.
Becky Ward heading across then. Almost 8 minutes into the second period. It's well timed, well controlled, and it's helped on its way in. And this could be the shock story of the day. 2-0 Wildcats.
Yeah, it was a very well executed corner. You see here, slipping it left, back to Kate Holmes for an R2, nice deflection, and great deflection, great ball from Kate Holmes, and yeah, that was a very well executed corner.
And there is another look at it, the prod home by Megan Cox. Well, it'll be a shock, maybe not the biggest ever shock in the world, particularly after knocking out Edinburgh University, but still, in this first occasion in this grand final, big story being told here. However, still 26 minutes just over on that clock, and long through the middle it went. Sligo trying to find support in Hartness, but back at the other side, or the far side I should say. Western will look to move next.
Yeah, we've got a question online. If it's a draw at full time, does it go to extra time? No, it'll go to running penalties. For whoever asked that on the live stream.
Yep, that's always a nail biter, which Western lost out on last year in the grand final stage. Hashtag grand finals, remember, if you want to get any questions out there, because plenty hockey aficionados, but also I'm sure a few newbies as the sport continues to build and thrive in this country.
And to be fair to Wildcats, they're doing everything they can. They're putting their bodies on the line. They're playing well. Good goal, good corner. They're playing well together.
Sabatelli trying to get away after winning from Kyle. Cuthbert had that one eyed out from the moment it left Sabatelli's stick. Ball went high, and the argument there from Booth was get off my head.
Stick tackle galore.
Finlay carries on a bit too quickly. Sabatelli in a ring-a-rosy with LED to keep this going, and it's been turned over to protests.
Unsure about that decision, if I'm being honest. Clydesdale won't be too happy with that. think the captain is Fran Lonergan's getting spoken to.
Bit hit up now, Western. Now they have to really dig deep and chase. Shields dispossessed by Kyle. All the way back, it's going to go with Julie Lonergan. For another ED, Jenny. Two EDs combining pretty well. Logan. Sabatelli making a run. Cuthbert, as ever, in the road. Harkness.
Clydesdale will be searching for a goal now. It's kind of getting to 20 minutes to go. If we want a goal soon.
It's unlike them though to not create too many chances in the game. Testament to defence. I do think sometimes it feels like that Kaz Cuthbert, there's been a clone out there. Seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, she's having a really good game. Defensively and in attack.
Next build-up a play then for Western. Lang battling, so a bit of momentum going there. Edie, it's a penalty corner. Looking for a big moment here at the side, trailing, and this is a chance again from the corner.
Back into the game with penalty corner. Both Clydesdale fans make some noise for the team.
Shields across then, so now hit that 20-minute left mark. Perfect time to get one back and leaves plenty of time left. Left by Frances Lonergan. Julie Lonergan with the strike, it's fairly comfortable dealt with.
Yeah, good defensive corner from the Wildcats. The ball went out. Yeah, the runner was out quick. Runners 2 and 3 were in the right position. Kaz on the post. Wasn't letting that go in.
Unfortunately, it just bounced up there. Think of Aitkins, so down that channel they try and go Western, but to no avail. Sabatelli in the way. Coming together and back it comes with Cannon. Real battle in the middle of the park. Ball switching sides quickly between the two. Grange against Grove Mingus Hill is our other grand final game on the men's side. Both of those sides are in Europe, but who will play in the top level competition, or with the top seeds, come the end of the game. And this one, it's a bit more straightforward in terms of there's only one place left in Europe. At the moment, the Wildcats are going to get it for the very first time.
A great ball.
Super cutting pass there. Let's try to get it in. Aitken across to help. Aitken dribbling away. Strength! And by. That could have finished things off once and for all.
Just unfortunately topped it a bit, but it was good that she got the shot away.
That's poor there as Stewart has been pushed away, though. Still with the side in front. Bit too quickly with that. As back cannon trying to fly it towards the centre of the day. Brown. Shields. Stretching there was Jenny D. Cuthbert might have to wriggle away and get time. Now space. Aitken looked up and just too long, that ball forward there for Stevens.
Clydesdale players don't have any forwards high. Well, I remember McGregor might go on the end of that.
She might well do,
she
does. And well, there was a moment. Georgia Smith frustrated.
Yeah, that was an opportunity, but I think if another forward had been higher, that would have helped Emma as well.
Back with Wildcats. Was there a bit of a dunk there on Holmes? And the umpire says yes. Slightly quicker with the close down. Not much, but slightly quicker. Just had to be quick with that. Cuthbert. So with Wildcats. Not with misplaced passes like that, and now space and opportunity potentially as ball comes through here for Emma McGregor. Flashes it across, and there was a big chance to get one on the board and reduce their arrears.
I've seen Emma score a few reverse hit goals like that, and she's nailed it. She's good on her reverse. Didn't quite manage to get that one away. But Derek's shouting for the whole team to get up. He's obviously wanting them to full press last 14 minutes of the game.
Jenny D, that's not going to trouble anyone or anything. Shields reclaims. Jenny D flings it wide here. Cross for Ali Edie. Two of them combine again. Saved and away. Cross. Loses it out though. Going to be off the leg and off the foot, and penalty corner to come. Good couple of minutes here for Western.
From Clydesdale fans, been fantastic. One more time, make some
Seen the
noise.
build up to winning the penalty corner, and they managed to steal the ball back there. And then just would take off the leg. Needing one quickly here. Kennedy around. Lonergan making a late run. It is going to be Edie. It's away. Dragged her quite a bit wide in the end.
Yeah, it's a corner. Jenny D's taking a seat.
Frustrations creeping in now. Green being shown.
Really. Yeah, it's good from Millie Brown. Brilliant from Millie Brown. It's reverse stick.
That's the very rare mistake you see. They got away with that. And a Houlihan there with 25 on her back. There's Shields. Fran Lonergan going direct through the middle. No avail for them. Cuthbert again sweeping up and passing on, and the attack now for Bain. An easy one given away. One of those unfortunate skip off the feet moments.
I think if Cuthbert knew 9 minutes to go that she'd be 2-0 up, at the start of the game she'd have been very happy.
One was trying to find McGregor. Of course, Cuthbert was there. Bain. Finlay making the run down that side. Trying to flick through for Booth. Cuthbert, seen the space for Stevens.
Taken out.
The umpires play on as for Jenny Eady. There's number 14 again. Great tackle coming in. Erin Stevens. Bell making a run. Stevens dribbling herself here towards the circle. Plays the pass through. And Bell coming in. And cleared.
Yeah, it was good play from Erin Stevens. Cutting inside, going forward. Don't think she got the final pass away. It was the right idea, just the pace was wrong, but managed to get an outcome of a shot on target. Again, good pressure there from Wildcats.
Pinch back by Bain. Wildcats ball. A good spot again. Not quite the ball through though. Bell was the only one around the edge of the day. Salatelli couldn't grab hold. Bell has scored that crucial goal in the semi-final. Kyle.
I think Cass Cuthbert's really shown her experience today on the field. Plus 100 international caps. She's had a phenomenal game.
Bell trying to wriggle through. Yeah, Cass Cuthbert, long time at the club, well at the club. She's been desperate for this kind of stage of climbing in towards the top end and particularly this European slot. She's desperate to win it, and perhaps that commitment has rubbed through to everyone in this performance today.
It's another opportunity.
A mix up here as Aitken coming through. This could seal it. Surely they can find the gap. Not quite. Holmes with a secondary effort. That felt like that should have been finished when there was 2 or 3 forward.
Yeah, that could have easily made it 3-0. It's Millie Brown again on the ball, fast.
Send it for a good 10-15 minutes, but Western need one now. One now would make it a bit of a frenetic finish. Gilhan was making a late run but didn't go to her in the end. Shields trying to get through, but the tackle comes in and then the turnover.
I don't think she moved at 5 either, to be fair. I think that's what it was also pulled up for. Last 3.5 minutes. Again, this is where casual user experience.
And he's lost out there to Aitken and through Stevens. But the late challenge comes in and Stevens can't quite get to it at the second attempt. But just when the time's ticking down, the dilly-dallying with the ball. And again, chance for the Wildcats perhaps to put the third and seal it.
Yeah, they've had a few chances now to put it to 3-0, but I'll be delighted with the 2-0 at the moment.
Cross. Spend a bit of time down in the corner. You'll see a good 15 seconds or so before the turnover. That lofty ball is given straight back to Alex Stewart. Absolute smashing there for a penalty corner.
She got crunched. She had about 3 players round her. Let's watch this. Yeah, look, 3.
To be fair, a couple of the Western players were getting in the way of each other there.
Yeah,
it was crashing all the same. Ward to inject. Another pair corner lofted up there from attempted, I think, pass it was from Holmes. Rather than a shot it was going to be. So Ward again. Very intricate. Holmes just a little too long.
Yeah, just held on for it for too long. First touch wasn't good either, but I think they were trying to execute the corner that they scored from.
A two-footed challenge in football, let alone hockey.
There's nothing wrong with sliding, Callum.
Yes. Very slidey in this watered pitch again at half time.
The Wildcats players will be over the moon when this hitter goes. Let's just watch their reactions.
Nearly there now, 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, and rightly so. They've worked really hard this game. They've worked hard all season and the past few seasons to get here. So if you play well on the day, then you deserve it.
And this hoodoo remains a bit in recent years for Western in this grand final. Final 10 seconds, and they're just easing down the clock really well. The countdown is on from the crowd. And there's the hooter, it's over. And the Wildcats are roaring into the Europe. Their first attempt in this grand final, their first ever time. They are going to be on that European stage alongside Edinburgh University. Look and drink in the celebrations. It's more troubles for Western in a playoff grand final. What scenes? Wildcats absolutely deserve it, Lucy.
Yeah, they did deserve it. They played really well today. They had 2 good team goals, a very, very well executed corner. They played as a team. Cass Cuthbert, for me, was absolutely outstanding. She showed her leadership, she showed her experience on the pitch. Her tackles were phenomenal, her distribution skills were great, and all the team around her, you know, gathered together and put in that team performance to get the win. So thoroughly well deserved to Wildcats.
As we look through the action, is this a bit of an issue now, or how big a miss is this for Western? They've had a couple of tough grand finals in recent years. This was the final that they were the favourites, and they haven't taken an opportunity.
Yeah, they will be really, really disappointed. But if you don't perform in the day, then you can't do anything about it. Wildcats were the better team. I think Wildcats were the better team against Edinburgh Uni last week. And if you don't turn up on the day, you can't expect, you know, to go to Europe. And there's always next year to put that right.
And then, as I mentioned just a few minutes before the end, Cass Cuthbert's been, you know, waiting for this moment for an eternity for our side, and it's happened. And great scenes. And it's good for, I guess, for Scottish hockey as well. Different names going to be in Europe.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so good for Scottish hockey, and actually the top 4 this year: Wanderers, Wildcats, Edinburgh Uni, and Clydesdale. There was not a lot in between it, which is good for the competition. It's good for the domestic league, and it's going to bring the standard overall higher overall. Players will now be attracted to go to Wildcats, and yeah, for the domestic game, for the domestic league, it's a positive thing.
They're not just a noisy lot from Auchenhowie, they have managed to claim something big here in this grand final. Lucy, great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Once again, it's been great fun. And we move on to the men's final shortly. The presentation to come here. Grange and Grove Mingasells, the men's grand final, but it finishes in this women's grand final. Clydesdale Western 0, Western Wildcats 2. The Wildcats are heading for Europe.
Appreciation to Clydesdale